Hey, what's up to all my chill gamers out here? So today I'm going to do a Destiny 2 Showcase 2022 live showcase for LIGHTFALL coming February 28th, I believe. I actually took a break for a year for this game to play other games and stuff like that. But so I want to check this out live. I want to see what's going on, and hopefully it can bring me back. I believe it will. You know, it's Destiny. I mean, I love Destiny. Played for 7 years on and off. So let's get into the video. Let's see what's going on.
Welcome, Guardians. So awesome to be here with you again.
Last time we got up here, we got a chance to show you Savathun, the Witch Queen, and her majestic throne world.
Since then, it's been a wild year for Destiny.
You returned to the original loot cave to reclaim the fabled Gallarhorn.
Then, you exorcised an ancient evil from a hive queen, so you could put it inside a grenade launcher.
And now, you've been spending the past few weeks cleansing a derelict Leviathan from its twisted nightmares.
In fact, the last year has been the best year we've ever had in the Destiny community.
Wow.
I hope you can feel it as well. And seeing this kind of reaction from our community, it's both humbling and inspiring.
Because our team here at Bungie, we're not just developers, we're also guardians. We're trying to build what we'd love to play in Destiny, and that's what brought each one of us here. Brought us not only to Bungie, but also brought all of us to this final showdown between light and darkness.
So, without further ado, this is the beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end, huh?
This is LIGHTFALL.
Oh, man. The beginning of the end. Was it going on 8 years, 9 years? Okay, okay.
This glorious end.
Was that Callus?
They will come for us.
Look at that gear, though. I like it.
To savor the fruitless struggle.
Ooh. Oh, there it is. Callus.
It's who they are.
Yo, that looks really good, man.
Let them
Not even gonna lie.
and see. Our shame.
Look at that.
What they do then.
What?
Unshackled.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is that?
That is who they are.
Are they Spider-Man now?
Because only in the end are we free.
Oh, damn. That looked really cool, man.
I've seen that thing 100 times now, and every time I see it, I still kind of get goosebumps.
Instantly, I had chills. It's all here. It's all
You
happening.
guys remember
now.
when they first
Things are
introduced the
finally
ships?
coming to a head.
Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic, big set piece approach.
It's gonna be over-the-top action, adrenaline pumping, like the whole time.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is really kicking off the conclusion to the Light and Dark saga, where we finally face down this foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our conflicts. We revealed that enemy, we put a name on it and put a face on it, and that enemy is the Witness. And the Witness is coming with...
I don't know if you guys really remember, I'll pause here real quick, that, you know, back in 2014, when the beta came out, they actually had a loading screen with the ships in the background. And I was like, you know, nobody really batting an eye on that. Everybody like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's ships, whatever. But as time progressed, we actually took notice, like, wait a minute. So that actually meant something. That's kind of crazy right there.
its newly empowered disciple, Callus.
Callus is really
I'm glad we actually see Callus. You know, since 2017, we haven't really seen him. So I'm glad we're actually seeing him.
crash landing with a new and more powerful army than ever before. They've got new powers, they've got new armor, they've got tormentors to join their ranks that are going to...
I'm just glad they're kind of changing up the old style. You know what I mean? Like adding new things to the characters. Because I always said in Destiny, I was like, even though I love Destiny and everything, but I really wish they added new enemies. I mean, yeah, we had to take in the Scorn and everything like that, but I'm talking about new enemies that we've never seen before. Even though they kind of enhanced these guys, yeah, it's a fresher breath of air, I would say.
Be bigger and badder enemies than we've ever faced. Callus is taking that army that he's bringing
Look
with
at that.
him to be the harbinger of the Witness's doom.
This is such a pivotal moment for Destiny.
I'm not gonna lie, I wish Destiny really looked like that. Imagine that, like an enhanced engine that looked like, oh man, that would be beautiful.
Everyone is coming to have a last stand with Callus and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
Run.
We see
Wow.
in the trailer that we're headed to Neptune, and on Neptune there's been this hidden city called...
Okay, real quick, I just want to mention this, that I'm glad we actually going to Neptune. You know, I think that's cool. But at the same time, you know, I'm just tired of these content updates that we only get to go to one big area all the time. And that's kind of like, it's cool to have new areas, right? But I wish they added so much more. And I know it's a lot of content, a lot of stuff built in and stuff like that. But if you look at Call of Duty, that game's over 200 gigs. I'm sure they can cram a lot of things into, you know, the one game and add a lot of content within the game. I don't know why they keep taking things out, putting them back in and stuff. Just leave them in for everybody, you know what I mean? So
Neomuna, where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming since the collapse.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's a giant metropolis that we were completely unaware existed.
that city's gonna look
until
amazing in
now.
this game.
What's interesting and exciting to me about this place,
Especially if you can
is
transverse
that
throughout
it's
the city.
pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny. Exploring that space is very, very cool.
There's so much new stuff to discover in Neomuna and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloud Striders and
Look at that guy.
their story.
Oh,
Cloud Striders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty to protect humanity. Cloud Striders have chosen to protect their people.
There's like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to learn from the Cloud Striders and their way of living and their philosophy of life.
hey, Lion, what's up, man?
So we've got the newness of that city, the newness of the Cloud Striders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green
Look at that.
energy. I wonder what that is.
I'm so glad they're adding new supers. I mean, every year we basically get something new for a super. Right now I think we got the Arc 3.0 and the seasonal update. I think that's amazing. But I'm really glad they're going somewhere else. Just like Stasis. They added Stasis in 2020 with Beyond Light, and I'm glad they're going a new route with a new kind of super. Let's see what else they got.
Strand is the new darkness power that we discover here. Something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before, when you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their own and learning how to shape it and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces, and, you know, have fun in
Look at
the
that.
new urban environment of Neomuna. You are really going to have to prepare yourself for a
Spider-Man
wild
3.0?
We
No, I'm
just
kidding.
got a glimpse of our new destination, Neomuna, our new foe, Callus, and the Shadow.
Yeah, look, man, I heard that like one of my dudes told me that they added like a whole new set of new players came in. Like, I think millions. He said millions of players. I think they mentioned in this that it was, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 or 5 million players, new players came into Destiny. I think this last year or since 2020. I'm not really sure, but I think he said they mentioned that. So again, Destiny 2 is free. And I believe he also said to me that even though I didn't watch this live stream like that, I caught a glimpse of it, but he said that that the DLC content's gonna be free for like a week. So I don't know, let's watch.
Legion paired with the Witness and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like what we've just seen in that trailer is just the tip of the iceberg.
I'm kind of excited for it.
A whole lot more we're excited.
Real quick, because honestly, man, I gave this game a year break to play other things and do other things, but I want Destiny to bring me back, and I already see that I'm going to be into this like I'm already into this season. Because I didn't even know a new season came out yesterday. I was like, what the hell? So I kind of looked it up a little bit. I was like, oh, okay, they're adding certain things, but I'm glad I'm watching the live stream live and I can see what's going on.
Show you coming up.
Last year, we wanted to return to our studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy since Halo, and we tried to push that front and center in The Witch Queen.
And it's about more than just guns, but creating an adventure in a handcrafted world full of surprises. Then, we added the Legendary campaign option, because great combat needs to challenge you, to test your thumb skill.
That is cool that they added that with the Witch Queen, that the Legendary campaigns and stuff. I believe when Destiny first dropped, we had hard modes for the campaigns.
Your tactics and your build crafting.
So I'm glad they kind of brought that back a little bit.
Loud and clear that you want more of that. In fact, 2
5
out of every
million,
3
right?
players that completed the Witch Queen campaign did it on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen in her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge. And then you let us know it was one of the best shooter experiences that we've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the best Bungie action experience that we can create with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
Okay.
Lightfall is going to change the way that our players move, fight, and explore everywhere in Destiny.
Neptune is this fantastic destination. The capital city of Neomuna is a really fun place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings, an arcade.
This is a city that we've made, and using Strand to traverse through it and explore it, it's going to be so exciting.
There's some places that once you whip out that grappling hook, ooh, you're gonna be able to explore and get to places that you couldn't before.
Look at that up there. I wonder if I can grapple
That's
to there.
amazing.
I'm gonna be a kid in a candy store.
They added a grappling hook
not a city
with a super
that is collapsed. It is a city that has
and like up the ante with it.
Neptune now has to deal with the cloak being pulled back and then being.
My thing is this: is it unlimited use? I don't think it is. I think it's like a melee. I think it used only like twice probably. So that's probably what they did. They don't want to like cheese and I'm gonna glide across the multiplayer maps and yeah, they only did it like probably once or twice.
Revealed to the world and are now central.
Everybody watch out for that because
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in part of the city.
Concept art or not, the game, you know, look at
City
this.
under siege. You've got this infiltrator vibe at times where you feel like a tactical team going into a skyscraper. You're dealing with Cabal roadblocks and patrols all throughout the city. The Shadow Legion, they provide that like characteristic.
Yeah, Lion, I'll help you out, man. No doubt, man. It's not hard to understand, dude. Trust me, believe me. It's really straightforward.
They've been enhanced now by Pyramid technology. They have these suppression devices.
So real quick, man. So since you're not really a big Destiny player, Destiny's really a mechanic-based game. It's really teamwork, cooperative, you know, matchmaking stuff like that. But it's really you gotta like raids. The highest point, the pivot point in this game is that it's really mechanic and teamwork. So don't worry, man. If you ever get into this game, I'll definitely link up with you. Get a whole team, a squad. We'll definitely do some things with you.
Devices that can take away some of your
crossplay,
take away some of your abilities, and then they fight alongside these terrifying new pyramid units called Tormentors.
Oh, look at this guy.
As part of his discipleship to the Witness, Callus has been upgraded, and so the Tormentors that they've brought in are these impossibly
Look at this guy. Damn, he's huge.
Unstoppable behemoths. They wield scythes. They can attack from a distance.
Damn.
They can bring you in close. They can drain your very life force from you. They are basically embodiments of terror.
It's like a boss character within the battlefield. Your stomach drops. You're like, oh, okay, I'm playing through. I'm having fun. I'm popping heads,
all of a
doing
sudden,
this thing, and then boom, there it is.
We've got
I love that
new
feeling.
stuff going into the game. Strand, Tormentors, Shadow Legion, a cool new environment. These are all a great setting for a new Legendary campaign, and we're still making sure that we go through and we tweak and tune and we balance the encounters to have that right challenging level of difficulty for players.
The Legendary campaign was a huge hit coming out of the Witch Queen. It was the first time we had done that sort of elected difficulty where you could really test your skill and test your power. And so we're going to bring that back for Lightfall.
Of course, you're still going to have that higher reward tier, and we still want to make sure that you get that inside track towards being raid ready.
Everyone back at the studio is so hard at work on Lightfall, putting in the details and making this whole release come alive and continue to surprise and delight players.
Well,
I am so excited to get this out.
They do have a third person situation where if you have a sword, so if you have a sword, you're playing in third person. So that's a plus.
Lightfall is unlike anything players have seen before in Destiny, and it's another step that sends you hurtling to the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga.
Oh, here it is. This is what I want to see right here. Yo, look at. Now that's what I like. New strategic ways of playing. That's what I like.
Come on. Amazing.
I'm super excited to dive into Strand and talk about all the new stuff that we just saw.
Strand, like Stasis, is a power from the darkness. Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation, darkness is more about consciousness.
Strand is psychic energy.
So, Lion, real quick, man. So that's dope. You're playing Dark Souls 3. I'm actually gonna play through Demon Souls PS5, the remake. I'm actually almost done. Again, I got 50 hours in. But the thing is that with Destiny, I think we have about 6 months until the Lightfall DLC drops. So if you got, Destiny 2, you just want to get into this season alone. I think it's like $15. My friend said so. $15 get into this season alone. Get familiarized. You know what I mean? I think it's like 60 something days, and then the other like a new season is gonna drop before Lightfall. So you get familiarized and everything like that, new gear and stuff like that. So it gives you a little idea of what's going on.
That forms this extra dimension, or this sort of.
And being real, I'm glad they did that, because this way, because in the old Destiny days, man, you had to buy the other content to get this and like that. So I'm glad they upgraded that situation.
Matrix that connects everything together, connects all living beings and all minds, and you, the Guardian, are sort of gaining the knowledge and gaining the power to peer into this alternate psychic universe and begin to pull at these threads and tug at these wires that are
that would be cool. Or
all
personal
these living beings.
That would be kind of cool.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections, and then weaving them into new objects.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool to see them come together.
Oh, damn.
It's always
This guy's like a ninja right now.
And now that we can tap into it, we can use it for our benefit.
I wonder if he kicks the spear towards the guy, like, you know what I mean, the karate fighters and all that. Bang.
Strand has a grappling hook. Since you're seeing into this cosmic web, you are able to grapple at any point because the cosmic web exists everywhere.
Ah, there it is. I don't know if you guys seen that, but the grappling hook had
it's just taking that
a time usage.
Level, putting that destiny
like a melee. Use your melee at full potential. See?
Initially started
okay, so it reloads a little bit. Is it unlimited though? Unlimited use, or do we have to wait a little bit to reload?
Being very agile. But
I
as
don't know.
we're developing, it's like, oh man, this
I hope
feels
not,
like it's too much fun
but
to just keep it to one class, right? So we made the call to expand the super cool new ability across all 3 classes.
Dude, that's amazing.
On the design side, we wanted to come up with how.
I will say this is special, probably for the new raid coming with Lightfall. Oh man, this is amazing.
Each of the classes interpreted this additional psychic dimension like in their own way, right? So the Warlock, they're the telekinetic master of Strand.
Oh yeah, that's my character right there.
They're going to be able to telepathically reach into the Strand dimension, pull matter out, and weave it into this big barrage of these Strand missiles.
I like it.
Wherever they land, these missiles are actually going to unravel, sort of reweave themselves into a new form.
With the Titan, you're able to weave these claws and do an area of damage around you, spinning and slashing.
Well,
the super I think I'm most excited for is the Hunter Rope Dart super.
Looks like I'm doing all 3 characters this time around again.
The Hunter does a flip and weaves these strands into this rope dart.
Oh my goodness.
Swinging it as they're kind of moving around.
How can you not be excited? Look at this.
The first time I saw that, even in its kind of like rough state, it just blew my mind. We've learned a lot from creating our other subclasses, and we've taken those learnings about combat, about movement, about build crafting. We've put that all into Strand, and I'm so excited to see where players take it once it's out there in the wild.
20 hours, that's cool. You know what's funny? I seen on Twitter too that, you know, people were hyped when Sony bought Bungie, but I didn't see a lot of this hype that came out yesterday, so it was kind of funny to see that. So it just goes to show who's the true fans of it.
Destiny is a game that gets even better when you play with your friends. We want to create communities that are welcoming, inclusive, and that let you bring your old friends and make new ones.
There you go.
And since last year, over 5
Oh,
million.
damn, 5 million. You're right.
We believe that there are still millions more of your friends that would love to play Destiny with you.
He said 5 million new players. That says a lot, man.
And the things that you want to see us improve in Destiny are also exactly what's going to make it easier to convince your friends to come and check out the game.
It should be easier to create.
I will say this: Destiny 2 is a time constraint game because there is a lot of grinding to the game. There's a lot of activities and grinding and gear and weapons to obtain and try to be the best of the best. And it takes time. But once you find your formula with your crew or new guys you play with or whatever, it just makes it that much easier and fun to play. I will say that.
Custom incredible builds. Easier to find people to play with. Easier to swap from being that boss melting, storm chaser.
There it is. Bang! Yo, that thing's crazy. Yo, that's
right into that ultimate yeehawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crutching sentinel.
And if none of what Joe just said makes sense to you, we want to fix that too. Because
oh, real quick, whoever said Destiny is casual, you're delusional. Ask any hardcore Destiny 2 player, being that it's PvE or PvP, they'll laugh right in your face.
It's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
Let me read your comment. It says, it feels overwhelming. I keep getting confused on the story content, which is what I prefer. So the story in Destiny is all over the place a little bit. It's not, like, usually I think they had it where, you know, when it first dropped, you know, they were like, oh, it's collapses, Destiny, and then Crota, it was kind of falling into place with the story. You know, you had Crota and his dad Oryx, you know, and the Taken King, and then it went to the Iron Lords and stuff like that with Shiva. With Siva, I mean, not Shiva. What the hell am I talking about? Mortal Kombat, Siva. And it went to that progression, and then, you know, Destiny 2 dropped. You know, then it went with the Cabal and Callus and everything like that, and then 2018 was Forsaken, you know, with the Awoken Queen and everything like that. And then 2019 was Shadowkeep, Back to the Moon, and 2020 Beyond Light on the Moon with the ice situation and Aramis. And 2021 the Witch Queen, or wait, no, not 2021. I forget. What was 2021? I forget. I don't know. Anyway, then you had the Witch Queen, you know, Oryx's sister. So yeah. It kind of like, to me, if you want to catch up, I would say, you know, look up on YouTube the storyline. If you're not really going to get back and do the old content, I would say Beyond Light and higher, right, as of right now, it's 2020 till now, is like, you know, the decent modern current content. But yeah, anything before that is really not relevant to the situation. But yeah. You should look up My Name is Bife. He does amazing lore on Destiny 2, man. Definitely a good YouTuber right there.
The changes we're making to make Destiny easier to come into, changes to how you build your character.
Look at this gear though, man. Look at this gear. I want this helmet.
Changes to how you see what there is to do and what there is to accomplish. And in the year ahead, we're actually making it easier to...
Yo, Destiny 1 was my favorite too, man, because like, it just nostalgia to me, man.
Form groups in Destiny.
And I'll be real, it was for me, it was one of the first kind cooperative FPS, you know, looter shooters kind of situation for me, and everybody's linking up with 3-man situation strikes, nightfalls, and 6-man raids. It was like, to me, it was the first of its kind in the shooter. So I'm like, I really got fond of the game, you know.
So you can go and do some of the greatest content that Destiny has to offer.
All the teams are working together to build this experience, and so that's what's really exciting.
We keep on hearing from players like, hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do. And
so real quick, I'm not bashing Halo. You know what I mean? Don't I hope everybody doesn't get it twisted. I'm not bashing because I heard great things that from people that it was a great game. And right now I played Halo Infinite for a little bit. I think it was like 10 hours, 12 hours. I don't even know. They need content in that game. Like, you know, it's a shame that it's almost a year in and they only have so little content. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway.
What we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow. Guardian ranks are basically like a knowledge ladder. We actually progress you through a...
Well, let's see here. Look at this. Guardian ranks coming to Destiny. Like Guardian ranks, huh? Interesting. Dredging. Haha.
11 ranks, and it's really like heavily focusing on like exposing players to all the systems of Destiny.
At some point, the story about you as a Guardian involves other Guardians and what they think about you.
Yeah.
That is just a whole new dimension of your journey through Destiny that we've never really explored before. When you show up in the tower and you see that person who's at one of the highest ranks, you're going to know that you're looking at a player who's actually really demonstrated mastery of many of the different activities in Destiny, not just from our perspective, but from the perspective of other players. Some of the higher Guardian ranks will actually be asking for you to step up, to actually rise to the occasion and prove to other Guardians that you are a strong player and a strong leader.
You know what's funny? I'm glad he said that because not to be toxic or anything, but when we had a clan and I was running raids with my dudes and we had partners and running raids, and I would say this, that we try to get other players, but like, even though we got them through like nothing, and you know, Cowboy was saying, you know, there's no way you could do a raid in like half an hour. I'm like, yeah, okay, you haven't had a great team then, unfortunately, because we did raids in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, like even 18 minutes at one point. And you know, we try to show people how to do a raid, because they can say, yo, I'm really good in the raid, I want to teach somebody and have that same aspect, and then go out and teach other people. And a lot of people respected me and my team to do that. You know, so moving forward, you know, I hope we can still maintain that, but this is cool.
A lot of people have groups that they already play with, but this will really provide people the opportunity to be recognized for helping other people learn the game.
Oh, and shout out to my dudes who kept playing nonstop. You know what I mean? Shout out to you guys. You guys are really good, right? Yeah, these guys are phenomenal. The people I know, man, they're really good in Destiny, man.
But also provide more people to play with on a regular basis.
In the year of Lightfall, we're going to actually be investing in building a looking for group system in Destiny itself.
LFG? They finally added a LFG, man. Oh man, I remember when. Oh man, dude, I remember, yo, we used to have to go. My buddy, man, he used to like look for LFG all the time. And they finally added LFG to the game. A little late in my book, but it's there now.
You'll be able to look for other players. You'll be able to find groups that are looking for players.
I'm so excited about being able to form groups in the next coming year, because it can be really hard to get through some of the hard content solo, and making it so much easier to...
I just want to talk about LFG real quick, and, you know, we'll continue on. But, you know, I experienced a lot of toxic players, you know, LFGing and everything like that. You know, somebody would come in that had 100 and some raids, and let's say I only had 20 raids, but I already knew the raid in and out. Like I'm good. I did every portion of that raid. I did this part, that part, any aspect of the part of the raid I did, and so did my crew. And I remember we used to have people come in and they used to try to tell us how to do a raid. I'm like, well, first of all, the number one rule, if you join the host, that's his raid. He's actually, you know, he's looking for people to help us, you know, get this raid done. But he's the boss. He's the host. He's going to explain the raid if people need, you know, a thought around it. And people used to come in, try to school us on raids and argue how to do things. I'm like, yo, first of all, thank you for your input, but, you know, we're going to do it this way. And I always said to everybody, and a lot of people agree with me, that if you can do it multiple ways, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Don't just set your mind on one way to do a raid. There's always multiple ways on how to do things in a raid. So always keep that in mind.
Find people to play with is just going to make getting into Destiny and doing the awesome content so much easier.
Yeah, and they'll be able to say, this is a player who I can trust to lead me through the new raid. I want to join their group. Or they can say, These are players who are new to the activity. I want to take them for that first raid because that'll be a great experience for them and a valuable experience for me as a leader.
It's really going to help players come together and understand each other better when they've never met before. It's going to make the game so much more social, and I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
So Commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you end the activity now and you get to see the screen that has all the people you played with. You can click on one of the Guardians and choose what experience you had with them. So like, were they a good team player? Were they fun to play with?
There's no better way to actually
See, I like this input right here, man. It actually builds people's morale, man.
show how good a person is as a teammate or as a leader than to have other players say, this person's a great teammate.
And you notice there's no negativity in this, right? There's no like, oh, he didn't help me at all. There's no negativity because it's not, they're not going to play like, oh, this guy's no help. They're not going to put people out like that. So this is actually pretty smart, man. It makes people feel more comfortable and like build more morale around the teammates.
This person's a great leader.
This is a dope
It's really
thing to do.
A system that's designed to let players show appreciation for each other.
Also, using the commendation system, people are going to be able to say like, hey, this person as a good leader, and looking at the Guardian rank system, they have a lot of experience. It's going to be, oh, that's the person I want to help me get through this hard
Little eye opener for everybody who, you know, if you're playing this game and you get fond of doing raids. My one thing is a rule of thumb is this: over the years of experience that we addressed, that when people are explaining the raid, they will explain it for 15-20 minutes. And being a new guy, you're like, what do I have to do again? So my point is this: individually explain to somebody to that individual what he has to do just for them, and then go to the next one. This is what you have to do. Follow him, get his back, kill the ads, make sure he's okay. That's your job for this section. Explain it like that, because when you explain the whole damn raid, like the whole one section to everybody, if you explain everybody's job as a whole, they're gonna get confused. So say, hey, number 2, your job is to follow me, step on this platform when I tell you, get off when I tell you. There's going to be 3 ads, kill them, wait for the knight, wait till he steps on this, then to kill him, take the knife or whatever. And once they have that embedded in their head, they'll do it flawlessly. And that's the key that we realized.
content that I've been struggling with.
Social games like Destiny give you an opportunity to like really connect with other people and do things together and get to know each other. And with a system like LFG, you're making it so that more people can get that experience started than ever before.
Both the loadout screen and the mod manager are completely new features.
The mod manager is meant to make build construction.
Did they say loadouts? That's interesting.
In Destiny, a lot easier.
We all love our fashion game. Fashion game's amazing. And so we're going to take what we did for the fashion game and we're bringing it to the Buildcraft game. There's going to be one screen where you can go to and do your entire loadout for your character. It's going to be amazing.
So you'll be able to save the build that you've put together as a loadout and then switch between those things as you're going from activity to activity.
What? Tell me that's not amazing. They finally added loadouts per activity on the fly. Oh my God, that's going to save so much time. I remember, who remembers having to do a raid? Oh, damn. And before even the apps to use the apps for your phone to get it to your character like that, you just have to fly back to the tower, then fly. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, I feel like with the new release of Destiny and the commendation system mixed with Guardian ranks, we're giving players
This is amazing.
new aspirations. It isn't going to be just a...
It's a long time coming. Dude, I would say that front and center. Long time coming, but I'm glad they finally added something really useful in the damn game.
About power level, it won't just be about gear. It's also going to be about that Guardian rank. It's going to be about those commendations.
And you know what's cool about loadouts like this, man? You know, like Raid 1 races, man, world races for Raid 1 completions, man. Like, now people can just get what they need. But see, but day 1 raids, you don't know what you need. See, that's the primitive and be like, oh shit, man, what the hell do we need? Do we need this? Do I use that? So anything can go. So if you have 5 slots, you have so many different combinations. So you should be okay in that regard. So I'm hyped for that, man. It's not like, yo, man, the raid races for day 1, raid releases for content. People don't have to worry about, oh man, I got to get my out of the vault. Oh man, we're wasting too much time. Now it's like, oh man, this is amazing. Maybe console players can freaking finally win races now. A lot of PC players won. I'm sure a lot of console raid won. They won raid won, but you know.
So today, we are also launching a brand new season of Destiny 2. And as we've evolved our season,
Real quick, I didn't even know they were releasing a new season yesterday, man. So I'm kind of behind too, man.
over the years, we've learned a lot.
I got into it yesterday when I actually knew they were releasing a new season content.
And events for the community.
We're long past the era of content droughts. Instead, there are exciting story and events.
See, long past the era with content droughts. Takes lessons 343 for your Halo fans. Like, seriously.
Happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not slowing down.
Each season,
yeah, season
we want to keep
Plunder.
raising the bar for narrative experiences in any live.
So, Lion, I play on console right now, only because I got all the expansions on the PlayStation. I don't want to go back and buy all of them again, unfortunately. But for Lightfall, I will buy it on PC. If I have to purchase other things to go back and do other activities within Lightfall, I'll do it. But right now I'm playing on PS5. It's crossplay, so it's all good.
We want to keep.
The only problem is my Gold XLR on PC, the mic doesn't work in gameplay lobbies. I'm so mad about it. I don't know why, but hopefully with the new PlayStation update, because I think Xbox has Discord, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really look into that yet, but if PlayStation gets with this new update coming next month, hopefully with the 1440p and all that they add the Discord so we can talk and chat. You know what I mean? So that I can actually play on PC finally. I mean, so that'll help me out.
Pushing to create unexpected adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew. We need to enrich our defenses. If you're feeling surly, maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain to join us on our next adventure in the season of Plunder.
Ooh.
Aramis has broken free. The old crew's now really under her.
Aramis, if everybody knows, she was in the Beyond Light boss campaign.
Come on.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates. The full vanguard should be rallied to deal with these outlaws.
So real quick, I was playing Plunder yesterday with a couple of my buddies, and you know they started adding for campaign stuff that they have the quest of like 60 steps. I think we did like 8, and it's every week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 8 weeks. So if it's 8 weeks, it's 60 days or something. So now every week you get to do 8 particular quest steps for that main quest to get the reward or whatever the hell they're gonna give you. So I would say somebody, you know, for the first week, you know, if you're interested, get the seasonal thing and start doing this thing so you can catch up. But
Well, anchors away.
I don't personally don't want to miss anything anymore. So because I already took a year off.
What happens when they crush Spiderhead?
Ooh.
Hope you've got ammunition, Guardian.
Time to blow this rickety barge.
Titan finally has a sidestep. That's funny. Also for Arc Supers, even for any super, they added fragments, you know, that you can add. I'm sure that it's been there for a while, but it's this season is really based on Arc. So what I did was my friend showed me. He goes, yeah, do these 3 aspects. You know, certain things you could do with your build for the Arc, and then add the fragments to up your ante with the Arc build. So, for example, we had it was amplified. If you use a grenade, arc grenade, or melee arc, whatever, arc melee, you get amplified. So for me, I was running around, you know, I held the L3 button in, and it was running. I was like, oh, whatever. And then it boosted my speed. I was like, oh, damn. I was running real fast. I jumped up real fast. I slid real fast. I was like, well, this is a game changer. I really like that stuff, man. I'm glad they're adding new things to this game. That might have been there for a little bit. I don't know. I was gone for like a year or so.
Sorry, getting a little swept up in all this adventuring.
Okay, till December 6th. Okay. Seems like 2.5 months.
What are you most excited about for Season of Plunder?
Pirates. This season we said, what if we just go to the stars and dig up buried treasure?
We are unearthing a lot of mysteries and secrets. We're swashbuckling onto enemy spaceships. And then we're also learning a lot of things about some of our favorite characters.
We're gonna have an adventure this season.
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis being freed from her icy prison. She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in order to hunt down mysterious relics and treasures.
It's time to meet your end.
So Guardians are tasked with stopping Aramis from collecting these relics. And in order to do that, you have to create your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and Spider are going to be helping you.
Anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
That's the beginning of Season of Plunder. What you're going to be doing is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season. Drifter is going to toss you the keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
This season, we have multiple brand new activities coming that will really give you a sense of being on a pirate adventure. One of the mainstays of this season is a new 6-player offensive called Catch Crash.
When I saw the concept for the catch
I actually played this yesterday. It's actually a really cool event.
with the big mainsails on it, I just said, oh my god, this is gonna be a fun season.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like fighting on the deck of the ship.
You get to become your own ammunition and launch yourself from a cannon to the other ship, and you are the weapon, so you're gonna go mess them up.
The second big activity we have coming this season is called Expedition. You're going to be guiding a massive drill that's looking for this buried, hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect
I
their
tried
home.
that too. That was actually pretty cool.
And then our final new activity coming this season is what we're calling Pirate Hideouts.
We have so many like different little maps that you can piece together fragments of this season, and they lead you to the lair of the pirate lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they do yet, but if Aramis is trying to collect them, it's nothing good.
Taking the opportunity to line the ARC 3.0 update with the Fallen, it just ended up working out perfectly because you got all the simple ARC weaponry and the ARC shielded captains. It feels right with that release, almost like we planned it.
ARC is a damage type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy spaces and like deleting them.
Yeah, look at that.
It's
3.0.
the damage type for people that want to hold W. You don't want to retreat.
Unbridled aggression to the max.
Hunter is really about close range action, being fluid and dynamic and agile, evasive. So we're going to give Arc Hunter a new super. We call it Gathering Storm, where you summon your Arc Staff, like twirl it above your head, and then launch it out, and then it will embed into the ground or into like bosses or mini bosses or champions and jolt them. Like a big lightning strike will strike the staff and overcharge it. And while that staff is overcharged, it'll start Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies. Warlock is kind of
Crowd
this
control, I
elemental
like it.
conduit. You are a class that will turn yourself into lightning. You will create things out of lightning. Previously, we had this exotic armor piece called Getaway Artist, where you consume your grenade and it'll make a what we call a sentient arc soul that fires faster and does more damage as a result. So we decided to roll that into base arc soul behavior. Anytime you are amplified, any arc soul you have from any source will become the supercharged version that will fire off just rapid fire bolts.
Yeah, that
Titan's
arc
about
soul's
being
crazy.
this unstoppable freight train. It's about this constant movement. So we gave Titans a new movement option, something that we felt like is going to be competitive in this new environment of air dodges and air slams. That's a new ability called Thruster. And it's all in first person. It's all very much in the heat of the moment. You see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or getaway. It's a movement tool to the max. There's going to be this new melee ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like charges his fist, all super flashy. It's our first ever charge melee, so you hold down the button, and as that cocks back and charges up, you'll end up doing more damage and getting a little bit more range. And speaking of like the whole goal of deleting things, I believe in PvP a full charge is a one-shot kill.
It is, oh yeah.
It's a little skillful to like pull off because you're gonna have to really read your opponent here.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
whole through line with Arc is like, it really isn't that complicated. It's move fast, hit hard, and stay alive.
What I'm most excited about in Season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. You're exploring the system, you're looking for pirate treasure, pirate relics. You're seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fantasies. I love that we have your own catch. I love that you're tracking down buried treasure and then going after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi game, we're kind of a blend of both. And we take inspiration when we say pirates. It's old world pirates that you would see traditionally back in the 17 and 1800s. We have like a flintlock pistol, we have an exotic fusion rifle that plays different than fusion rifles you've ever seen before.
It's just like end to end, just really leaning into that spirit of like the pirate adventure.
That fusion
And let's
rifle
also make
looked
it so
pretty
that
cool,
new
though.
players coming in can actually jump in and get
I
started.
think I have
The
it
gift of
now.
the Thunder Gods is a starter kit. It's a set of armor, it's
Thunderlord.
a Thunderlord exotic weapon.
So jump in, join your friends, set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today in Destiny.
Yeah, I tried that yesterday, man. It was pretty cool. Oh my god, this is what I was talking about. King's Fall is back. My favorite raid of Destiny 1. I'm so glad it returned. Whew. Y'all ain't ready for this. All you newcomers. War Priest, let's go. The Witch Sisters, Oryx. Damn, this Friday. Probably not gonna be ready for it, but they do have a.
Man, it is so awesome.
I know they have a challenge mode where if it's, let's say, 1570 and you're only 1540, then there's no way you're really gonna get in that raid and do any kind of damage. But what they do is they bump everybody up to 1560 to have a challenge to see, hey, who's gonna beat this raid first. So hopefully, you know, I got my weapons correctly and we can do it.
Seeing King's Fall return to Destiny.
I know they changed the mechanics
Actually,
though.
King's Fall was the first thing I got to work on at Bungie. And I'm thrilled that a whole new generation of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed and reloaded showdown with the Taken King.
So,
It's
we've shown
amazing.
you Lightfall. We've shown you the new damage type, Strand. We've shown you some of the deeper changes to the game that we're going to be making throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
Destiny is coming to the Epic Game Store today.
Epic has been an absolutely fabulous partner to work with. They love Destiny. And we are just huge fans of what they've been doing in the social game space. When we first started working with Epic, we sat down and talked about the impact that their games have had on us. And they had a bunch of the same stories for us.
They shared stories about playing the Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny. And I got to talk about the summer of Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole family was laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
In addition to launching all of Destiny 2 on the Epic Games Store today, for the next week, if you download the game on Epic, we will give you the 30th anniversary for free.
Look at that.
If you haven't earned your Galahorn yet, or you haven't played the Grasp Dungeon, come to the Epic Games Store and you can jump in for free.
We want
You
to
guys better
welcome
jump on
all
that.
these new Guardians
Get that
to the
Galahorn.
celebration. One that stretches a little further than the last city.
They're adding characters to Fortnite. That's funny. And Fall Guys. And I don't think if you even get this on Epic, this should get the Gallahorn. I don't think it's just for that. You know, if you have the Gallahorn, it's going to be everywhere you play anyway.
We shared our plans for the Light and Darkness saga. This journey, years in the making, is coming to an end. Since we started charting our own course, we've been building this.
And that's why I'm coming back, because the Darkness saga is coming to an end. It's like, you know, a closure for me in Destiny. So you got to continue on with the DLCs until it ends.
Across 5 years of expansions, since the first pyramid ship emerged in Shadowkeep when we first spoke to the darkness. Then, across Beyond Light, the Witch Queen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape, we're building towards a climactic collision between the powers of light and dark.
We've also been working on the Destiny engine behind the scenes, preparing our technology and our game to last for many, many years to come. Because Destiny 2 is not going anywhere, and neither are your expansions. We want this story, since we first communed with the darkness on the moon, to be fully playable, start to finish. And we're happy to announce today that we are not planning to sunset any more expansions. We want the Destiny universe to grow, and we're gonna—
They should have did that from day one, you know, because that's why my friends left, because they sunsetted all the weapons from the year one Destiny 1. You know, they should have kept it alive and just, you know, counteract it with the new weapons coming in, so you can counter some weapons. You know, learn from mistakes, I guess.
We're gonna continue to do everything that we
But
can
that's
behind
awesome
the
that they're not going to
scenes
sunset any
keep that
expansion
possible
situations.
within our game engine.
That's
but
good.
Enough about the distant future. Let's talk about today, the best day all year.
Hey, Cowboy, what's up, man?
Destiny.
Yes, because if you're looking to catch up, right now, all expansions are free to play for this entire week on every platform for everyone.
So there it is. It's all the expansions are free for a week. So anybody looking to get into Destiny, there it is. You get to play the campaign to get familiarized again and get caught up and say, hey, you know what? I want to continue playing. So
right now, Season of Plunder is live, and the Helm's got a set of supercharged art gear
Cowboy, stop with the downloads. Doesn't matter. Download a game and play them, bro.
for anyone looking to catch up on the fun.
Destiny is live on the Epic Game Store. You can download it for free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw about
Look at
the
that.
future, right now, pre-orders for Lightfall are live on all platforms. And anyone who purchases the annual pass gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm today.
Today is a perfect day to play Destiny.
So we'll see you in game.
Wow. That was let's see this.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates.
Man, they upgraded this game so much, man. I'm glad.
What they do then
Cowboy, look at this, man. They got grappling hooks, dude. It's unreal. Look at this. That's crazy. Well, that was a showcase, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because I'm actually getting back into Destiny. I told Cowboy last week that I wasn't because I didn't, you know, it's like he said, it takes a lot of time to play Destiny. It's time consuming, you know, but with all this stuff added, I'm really excited to get back into Destiny, man. Like, you know, it's a love-hate relationship with me, man, it's along with my friends. So they're going to that route where I see them growing a lot, even though they should have did a lot of things like the LFG in the game, commendations and things like that. Sunsetting should have always been a thing where they don't sunset any weapons or expansions, just keep adding to the game. Even though downloads are a problem, they're problematic a little bit. Look at Call of Duty, it's over 200 gigabits right now. Destiny right now is, I think, 91 at the moment, you know, so a lot of downloading. But, you know, why sunset all this great content, man? It's stupid, you know. I'm glad they added, you know, again, LFG, where, you know, if you need some players, you can LFG real quick. Commendations, you say, hey, this guy was really funny in this radio, he's really informative, he's a good leader. It builds your character and morale up, and I think that's a perfect way of keep playing this game and showing people how good you are. They just need the third person. You know what? I don't know if it will work for Destiny, bro. I'm gonna be real. Third person with a sword is dope, but I don't know, man. I think Destiny works perfect as first person. That's my opinion, but you know. But I'm glad they added like the new strand supers where you can grapple. That's a new strategic thing to do. That's amazing. I can see that in like Crucible, everybody swinging around, but it's, you know, you kind of a target in the air, but that's funny. I can see that changing in Raid, man. I can see them swinging around and stuff like that. I mean, that's cool, man. This is like the new Plunder season right now, where they got the 3.0 and all the fragments built involved with the arc builds and everything like that, and the fragments for Void. There's a lot of things that you can do, a lot of customization with the builds, and I'm glad they added loadouts. You know, Cowboy, they added loadouts where they have five sections of loadouts that you say, hey, we're gonna do a raid. I got my loadout number 1 for a raid, a loadout number 2 for Crucible, a loadout number 3 for PvE. I got that, you know, that banger with the Gallahorn. There's a lot of different combinations you can do. So I think day one raiding, that who's ever raiding day one, they have no idea of like they're not familiar with what's going on in the raid, that they have so many builds, and like, you know what, one of them has to work, you know, but you know, hey, you might need this gun and that gun from loadout 1 and 3, but you know, give or take, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, so what do you guys think, man? Because I really think they added a lot of things with this DLC and the Lightfall. I'm glad it's coming to an end with the darkness, and hopefully, you know, they're going to continue on with the different storylines and then new type of enemies coming after the darkness, after the what the final shape content, I think it's called, after next year of 2024, that they're ending, you know, the 10-year darkness situation. And they're going to be adding new things and new enemies and new things to explore. But I think by then I'm really done with Destiny, because I want to move on. But only time will tell, because I took a year off and I came back because I'm excited. So this is what Destiny 2 does, or Destiny as a whole. It's a love and hate relationship. You hate it because they took away some things, and it's like the same kind of stuff over and over. But then again, they add so much cool stuff. You don't want to miss out, and I don't want to miss out again. So I took a year off. I'm going to come back hard as hell. I'm gonna start streaming this game that I should have been doing since 2014, since the drop, but I didn't. I'm gonna start streaming this game, how me and my crew we handle raids, and how we get builds up, and there's a lot more better players than me. So and you're gonna see a lot of cool things happening on this channel. So what was that? So I took like 3 years off, but I'm coming back slightly. Yeah, you know what? Lion says he loved Destiny 1, and I commend him for that, because I love Destiny 1. I'm sure you did too, right? And when Destiny 2 dropped, remember that year 1 was so dry? It was like, oh man, what the hell? What are we doing here? And then Forsaken dropped so much more content. It's like, damn, you know. So, but I actually took a break from 2018 when Forsaken dropped. I took another like 8-month break because it was just too much. I was like, I want to play some other games and just do other things. But on this channel, I will be doing live streams again, content videos and stuff like that for Destiny itself, because I want to stay up to date with Destiny again. So, and you guys, again, you guys are going to see a lot of Crucible plays. You're going to see a lot of raiding. You're going to see a lot of tutorials to help people out with raiding. And you're going to see a lot of, you know, knowledge of how to teach people how for raid. For example, I was telling Lion before in a little rule of thumb, if you're ever doing a raid and you're explaining it, tell people their particular job in that section of a raid. So, Cowboy, if you were me, I'm going to say, Cowboy, so what you're going to do, you're going to step on this platform. You're going to follow me over here. There's going to be 3 ads coming out. I'm going to kill all these ads. Wait for the knight to come. He's going to have the sword. You want to wait till he stands on this. Kill him. Take the sword. Come over with me and slam him down over here. That's your job. Simple, right? A few steps you just got to remember. The way they used to explain it is like they're explaining everybody's job, and then as soon as you start the sequence, oh shit, what do I have to do? So that's a rule of thumb in Destiny, man. You just want to explain every individual's particular job, what they have to do. Because if you get, like I always said, get 3 people who know the raid to teach 3 people, or 2 people to teach 4 people. It works out perfectly, man. So anyway, guys, this is it. As always, stay chill and happy game. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll see you all next time. Peace.